Oh, you want another one? I'll give you another one, Buster.
Yeah, when I said it got worse from here in the previous video, I wasn't kidding. But Shoujo, you say potentially at the screen you're viewing this on. Pokemon. It's baby game. You make number go up. You press the A button until your console of choice dents from the movement. Legendaries OP. Boom! You immediately champion and win game. Well, dear viewer, you must be new to Pokemon, or know just about as much as this guy did. 'Cause if that was the case, in this friendly quote-unquote match against a friend I had, leaving my ice dog to get melted by a Pokemon with 33 more base speed than I knew was capable of learning fire attacks, and using a ground type move on a Pokemon whose only ability it could have was to ignore all damaging effects from ground moves, wouldn't feel so bad. Needless to say, after that I was pretty frazzled and wanted to run the ones again toot sweet, thinking the beating I got from Traves started more gears turning, which felt like it was the case with the brand new team I crafted. Bishop, Corviknight, Decidueye, Kyurem, and Grimmsnarl. The guy I went on a rant in the former video of how easy it would have been to shave him into oblivion. However, if you look very closely, there's one glaring issue that you can spot with this lineup compared to my last squad. If you, dear viewer, answered with "I forgot that natures can have beneficial stat changes to my chosen team," then contestant, you are absolutely right. Now with this new team, I walked up to a rematch against my current, but technically in the past current rival, who kept some familiar faces around from the last match and brought in some new recruits to spice things up, and I was ready to show him that I was...
Bruh, you only caught 5 Pokemon.
Leading off with Grimmsnarl, I managed to make contact with his Rhydon he switches into, and have a Pokemon survive the very first turn of battle. And then I try to be cute and switch into my legendary to get a super effective move off, which led Kyurem face first into a super effective move against him. That may or may not have took off 3/4 of his health instantly. Positives about the second fight, at least. Things didn't immediately go sideways. Corviknight, Grimmsnarl, and Decidueye pulled their weight and held strong, doing some good work. Till their trainer decided to do cute things and have them immediately sent packing to the Pokemon Center as a result.
Here, fellas. Hurricane! Oh god. What? I should have chosen this. I could have chosen Boost. And I missed.
Okay, back to the drawing board. Keeping in mind the magic number is 6 and not 5. Also, that I know absolutely nothing about competitive Pokemon, so doing semi-good would do wonders for my ego. Sparks the Libero Cinderace. Venusaur. Hydrogen. Toxtricity. Aegislash returning. A Zorora. Electric Furry Bait the Pokemon. Now this is a squad that I could say had a chance. Since with this team, I remembered all the advanced basic aspects of Pokemon this time. Cause I spent so much time mulling over it, making sure I didn't forget one thing. Yeah, I totally wasn't that tilted. So Trey starts out by sending out Necrozma, which to me looks suspiciously like a legendary. I was going to go on an aside on how that even if Necrozma was technically bad, that still using a guy with an ability that reduced super effective damage by 25% with only 3 weaknesses when you're dealing with someone who couldn't tell you a Duraludon from a Delmise and could gaslight into believing the name of the other was a dick move. But then I figured out that the letters were just a placeholder to show how used said Pokemon was. And even if it was rarely used, it was on a ban list in the tier. So yeah. It is 100% legendary. So I hightailed Venusaur right out of there, cause grass frogs are highly allergic to psychics. Hydrogen comes in to block a potential kill shot, which didn't happen. Trey switches out into his own Ice Doggo, and then he decides to give me a lesson in how Ice Doggo should be used.
Okay. Alright. Go for discharge.
That I was completely oblivious to. A theme that seems painfully obvious looking back at the footage from what I currently now know, after having looked at said footage. The amount of musical chairs must have scared me or something, because I started to mess up. A lot.
Okay, Steel Beam, you better work. Shadow Claw. That did not work. Okay, let's try Hydreigon. Go for Draco Meteor, baby. Try Blueburst again. Ah. Aurora. Because I feel like Zerora is going to be our ace in the hole. Okay, Cinderace, help me out here. for U-turn. Should've gone for U-turn.
And somewhere around the lines, I guess Trave started quoting anime while I was slowly walking the Zero Flute stairs, ready for Arceus to take me away from this pain.
Farewell all for one United States of SMASSS shish.
Maybe it's just that I'm given too many choices. Maybe a battle where both slot machined out a team will even the playing field a bit. You know, I heard Dynamaxing was a really bad, poorly designed, and stupid battle mechanic. And I'm starting to potentially understand why that's the sentiment. Turn back the clock all the way to Gen 1?
Lillard?
Gen 7? Back to Gen 8 where you're restricted to one type of Pokemon? Gen 3? After this seemingly one-sided series of events, I think it's safe to say the mind games were what unnerved the playing field the most. Once I was focused more on being a Chad and owning my friend and not enjoying the match, I already handed him the win. And no, that's not entirely because I'm playing contrarian to the man that threw me and my Pokemon around like ragdolls for an hour, when the most recent gen I had partook in is currently 10 years old. Yeah, I don't know how to end this video while I wonder how Lady Luck potentially screwed me over. So I have a montage of moments of me getting tossed around like said ragdoll I found when editing this. And while I'm at it before I forget, this goober here, he has a Twitch channel with some of his friends. Go follow him if you want some. Viewer discretion is advised. Worthy stuff. Anyway, see you later, gamers. I need an aspirin.
So you like this then, big boy? Oh god! Blizzard? Existence is pain. I like this! What? Spoke too soon. No worries. Power.
Smash that like button, comment, subscribe.